Yeah, we'll have to see. Obviously, a lot of familiarity between these two squads as we do get into the pistol round to see who's going to be able to take an initial lead. It will be third impact starting on the T side. Not really a negative on this map. That T side is quite potent. We expect to see a lot of rounds come through for a T side here. Wolfie's going to be taking first contact in towards the mid. Actually falls off of the berm before they round the corner, so never mind. There's 3 players in towards B. Wolfie playing mid and just the one over towards A. So if this does wind up being a B hit, as it's looking, they're going to be well positioned for it. And indeed, it is. They're coming right around. This was red. They're ready for it. The massacre is on the table. Body's starting to drop in a major way. They got to clear out this platform. They got to head toward to find control of the stairs, and they will do so. Okay. So despite all the positioning working out for them, they've now identified that last player. They've got 3 alive as well, and Slate is going to have to make the maneuver. Tries to pop a shot to distract from him dropping, but don't know that that really works with the silenced USP. They're giving him nothing. They're not giving him an inch. They're not giving him even an idea. Wants to go for the pre-fire. He'll connect one at least in the shoulder of Brett, but that's not going to be a killing blow. And he's really just dueling off with Brett here. And eventually Brett decides to solve the issue. First round on for third impact. Good pistol round at that. I will say the read Secret Club had was perfect. They knew exactly what third impact wanted to do in that round, and they were set up to counter it. Third impact just didn't care.
Yep. Pretty much. They just walked on through and had their way with Secret Club into that round. Great start for them on Vertigo. And just talking a little bit more about the map histories for both these squads. 4 games played for third impact on Vertigo over the last 3 months. 2 wins, 2 losses, 52 rounds for, 49 rounds against for a +3 round differential. Significantly better for Secret Club, as mentioned, 5-0, 86 rounds for, 61 rounds against for a +25 round differential. Their best round differential on any map over the last 3 months. So Secret Club, you know, I mean, like I said, a lot of those matches were close, and maybe without Wrath, that'll be a difference maker here. But we are on a T-sided map, so, you know, I'm not sure how much impact that'll have here. Finn waiting around mid here, and it's going to be insane to get the opening frag over on Wolfie to make it a 5v4. Just pistols into the round for Secret Club, and you see third impact already abusing that. Brett takes down Finn Mike to make it a 5v3.
Are they going to bring some reinforcements as well to help him out? They're just taking this slow and steady. Eventually probably going to be a B hit, but there we go. A little bit of blood coming back the other way. Mac 10, though, going to start to clear them out for Insane. Jitter is the last player alive, and they're going to slip right past him. Hasn't revealed his position just yet, but at this point, bomb being planted, there's really nothing he can do about it, and he's going to go ahead and save. It's a good call. Once they've got that site, there's so many angles they can hold with the Mac 10s. There's really no way to get back through with the Deagle. Is he coming back to fight? Okay. I mean, he's going to get one. I just hate when players do this. It's like, you're not going to win the round. You don't think you're going to win the round. Your armor, your Deagle, it is worth something. I guess forcing them to reinvest on Mac 10s isn't the worst thing in the world. He doesn't have a kit. He cannot win this round. He knows he cannot win this round. He just wants the damage. He wants to pull someone closer to the bomb so he can get one more shot, and instead he is going to die. So 1 kill onto a player with a Mac 10. He doesn't get his armor Deagle in the next round, so Secret Club's probably not going to have anything. They shouldn't really have anything beyond maybe P250s. He even rebuys the Deagle, so hey, that's $700 that would have been saved here, John.
Yeah, little bit questionable. Go for that. I did get the frag, of course, to help him out to get an additional 300. Technically, the Deagle's only costing 400, but still better off trying to save that. This third impact are just going to deal with push by Secret Club, and they get diced up by Grapes AK. Going to make it a 5v1, and
get diced.
Brett. Brett's going to get the headshot over on that. Will be that 3-0 for third impact, and this is trending well because third impact in their BO3s that have gone to 3 maps in league play so far this season, it hasn't been good in terms of the round differential, -28 on map 3s this season. So it's not good, but the thing is they're off to that good start, and that is the most important. Those 3 rounds under their belt quickly, and they're looking to make it 4 here, but this time here come the rifles.
They have been on the wrong side of a lot of 2-1s.
Yes.
A lot of 2-1s. And the common factor, the common denominator about this 2-1s is they win Inferno. So this one, let's just say keeping to narrative.
It is.
Shall we say. Bodies being cleared out on the site. Good kill for Slight, though. Wolfie got one as well. This could get weird. Slight going into the smoke. This is bold. Works!
What?
He gets two. No one was prepared for him to just barrel through that smoke, and barrel on he did. Vic cleans up the last. That was a balls to the walls play, but it worked out to perfection. And Secret Club, they're on the board.
Beautiful push through the smoke, like you said, Mike. Gets the 2K. Excellent spray as well. Brett was caught off first, and he just goes station, comes through the smoke, picks off Walker, then flicks around for the second one. Love to see it. Secret Club getting their first on the board. And over the last two BO3s, just to remind you guys of the scorelines and how lopsided they were. I trashed their impact or anything, but I have to point it out. Against High Coast, lost 2-6 on Nuke, and then lost on Overpass 6-16 against Triumph. As Jitter's going to get the opening frag here on Dangerous. And that type of scoreline isn't out of the question yet. I'm not sure if it's cycle or something, Mike, but yeah, something's wrong there in map 3 as Wolfie's going to get Brett.
I think it largely just speaks to their map pool.
In
that they are very good in Inferno. Everything else is kind of a question mark for the team. They've got other maps they're solid at, but I would argue outside of Inferno, there's not a whole lot that you've got rock solid for this squad. 3 players, a lot of utility, but they're also pretty separated. One making his way up the side hallway here as Grapes trying to draw as much focus as possible to maybe give Walker a chance to peer around that corner with the AWP. Gonna throw a smoke to give him a little bit of space, try and spam the fence to make sure there's not a player close up at hand. And here comes the maneuver. Molly in to maybe make Finn uncomfortable, but it doesn't burn him. It didn't land properly. He's going to be fine. He even dips a toe in it to take a little bit of a tick of a damage. But now they've got 4 players here. This bomb's not down yet. They're wasting their last few smokes. They're now out of utility. This is going to be very tough indeed. Great. Takes one. Not going to be able to get more, but Walker up close with a no-scope. The bomb does get planted as well. There's a chance here for Walker. It's a slim one, but it is a chance. You're telling me there's a chance. He hits another. Walker looking for the third. Will get shot by Wolfie's USP. The chance was there. It wasn't large. Walker nearly seized it, but instead it's going to be Wolfie walking away with 2 rounds for Secret Club and a 3K in his pocket.
Oh boy, very close there at the end of it. Thought Walker had it in him to clutch the 1v3, but was cut short right at the end. And as a result, is Third Impact going to save here? That doesn't seem like they would. They have a lot of money. There they go. 4 AKs and the MAC-10 along with a good chunk of utility on their side. Over on Secret Club, they do have Finn on the MP9, but everyone else rocking the rifles and Og for Vic. 2 M4A4s and the op to round things out. Third Impact going for a quick play towards the A site. In fact, they're already through up ramp, and then Molotov's going to come in towards Slate. He's going to have to move away from this eventually. Finally does, but it's too late. Dangerous takes him down, burning him to an itty-bitty crisp. Finn gets a trade on back with the MP9 to more V4, and Third Impact didn't really gain the space they wanted to up A, so they're kind of backing off of it now.
Not the worst thing in the world. You got to consider the utility, though. 2 smokes left. 5 flashes? Jitter's got deep control by the stairs, but he doesn't have any support. So if they decide to check this as they come back towards B, it'd be risky. They're going to go mid instead. What's the positioning like for Secret Club? They've got 1 player jiggle peeking in towards mid, so that should be an early warning system. That's Vic. Ideally, what he does is he spots, but he doesn't necessarily take a fight. Maybe he gets 1 and falls. That's best case scenario. But his primary objective here has got to be staying alive. They hit right now. Oh, he's pulled off. They've given him the space. There's a path right through towards B, and Vic's now been tagged. His nade does some damage, but he can't hold them at bay. There's no one on the site. Jitter went forward to get the flank. Site is lost. Bomb will be planted. No one here to contest and prevent Third Impact from doing this. Jitter will be coming back around, but by this point, Insane's already dropped down by the stairs. He'll hear them. He knows they're here. You know where exactly they are. Jitter does get the flick. He got a headshot in the meantime, and he'll be traded out from the danger panel. Good hold. Now there's no one on the flank. They're all coming from one side. Flashbangs to go around. Tries to turn away. Vic plays around that, taking advantage of it. Really smart play there. Flash going to go out. Big kill for Dangerous, but he's lost his teammate in the same measure. Dane now has to do it all, but he's got the clock to play with at the very least. His shots are distracting. He's running out of bullets. Has to go for the reload, and Wolfie will capitalize. Defuse on. Round claim from Secret Club just in the nick of time.
Yeah, that was a great retake by Secret Club. A blunder to even give Third Impact the site that
Huge blunder.
cleanly. I mean, Vic had to have known he was the only one. I guess he just forgot that he was the only one watching the A side or in a position to deny a mid. Turns around, he's blocked off from view. The smoke blocks him off. He can't see what's going on. And then Third Impact walk right into the site. So bit of a mistake, but he makes up for it with a great retake and a couple of frags, and his team hangs on to get a third round on the board, and that will hurt Third Impact, but not as much because they got the bomb plant. Wolfie peeks around, gets an opening frag immediately, but does go down to 50, and then Walker finds Jitter. Those Deagles could be the undoing of Secret Club in this round. They have been in the past couple of maps.
That's the reality of the really frenetic style that they play, where they really want to get up in your face and take the fight. That's all well and good when your opponent's setting up for long plays, but if they're getting down and dirty with the Deagles, sometimes you give themselves over, or you give yourselves over to them on a silver platter. That's what we've seen a couple times for Secret Club, taking rounds that should be sure things and making them anything but. Still, they seem to have calmed down. That's a nice find in towards mid. Slight deals the numbers down just a little bit more. Now an advantage found. Control still on towards site. They're playing very passive on A. Okay, there's a single smoke, which Brett can throw to maybe get them a bomb plant, but he's just committed to it. There's a drop. It's going to get them up the side hallway. It doesn't cover off the plant spot, and a molly comes in to secure it as well. So now they've got to fight, and Wolfie's going to connect the first. Decided to commit their bomb to getting closer. Another molly in. Walker should be burning. Indeed, he is. He will punch in the numbers, get that money at the very least, but his life is forfeit. And there we go. The round is claimed. A bomb plant comes through for Third Impact, so they'll have great money heading into this gun round, but not a chance of winning that.
Yeah, and Secret Club pulling away with the lead now, 4-3 in their favor. Third Impact, I mean, at least I think mission accomplished, getting the bomb plant, because you're looking at their money, it's 6K and above pretty much across the board, except for Brett, who was at 4.8. But yeah, honestly, mission accomplished, as mentioned. Third Impact will be able to get the 4 AKs and the AWP in hand, along with full utility. Secret Club are going to be able to get, or hang on to, I should say, 3 M4s and AUG, and the AWP. Dangerous opens things up with a quick pop flash in towards B. That's just to distract Secret Club at this point, because in the meantime, it appears as though Third Impact are setting up towards A site.
You know what's really encouraging? It just occurred to me. I was looking at how Finn's doing, and it just occurred to me that he hasn't stood out as a negative in this half so far, which is very encouraging. He's doing well as a stand-in. Coach coming in, playing in the roster because Wrath's not available. He is acquitting himself very nicely.
I think that holds,
serious contributor.
I think that holds true for all 3 maps.
Yeah.
He really hasn't stood out as a negative point.
Inferno, he took a while to get going, and then towards the end he was doing well. But since then, you're right. He's been very good. Very good. Vic, can he get one? Can he get the trade? No. Tough position to be in for the AUG. The low fire rate really makes it tough for those particular fights. He does get the one and done. A molly comes in to make sure they can't take the space. And meanwhile, they're going to bail. And Joris is here to watch the flank. Jitter could come looking for this push again. He's going to make his way down the steps. Grapes holding this. It gets cleared. Wolfie, ever the aware player. Now he brings back the numbers. Jitter's going to have a fight. He gets one. He gets two. Finally drop a Walker alone. This is a tough position to be in. He's got an op on the other side as well. Flying in with the Tech 9. Wolfie is chasing this. The madman doesn't want the kill to get away from him. He is hungry, and his jaws will snap down on another.
Yeah, so Secret Club continue to do very, very well after winning that surprising first round. They get 5 in a row here, and Third Impact are reeling in a big way. They have decent mic, but they're going to favor the pistols instead, as we watch Wolfie dismantle a few more players here with the Tech 9. Nice shot for him. And then Jitter came through and got that nice little 2K on Brett and Dangerous. So, yeah, playing well, as you would expect here, as a timeout's going to be called. Without Wrath, they look quite strong to me.
That Tech 9 just feels so good these days.
It does.
It's, I think we're back in the Tech 9 meta. It's not as good as it once was. It's harking back to 2015 when it was basically a rifle.
Laser beam.
The days of yore where Olaf Meister would just run onto a site with the Tech 9 and kill everybody. But it is really quite good as far as pistols go. Slight going to get a kill. Back away. No harm, no foul. Even gets a nade dunk for extra measure. Very nicely done. There's a lot of utility to facilitate this take, but there's now 3 crosshairs from the CT side set to hold them. So this is going to be difficult. Mollies are going to come in to counter it when they drop the smokes. If they drop the smokes, they've only got one smoke at this point. Slight is in a smoke up by the crane. To peek around. Timing could be everything here. Slight's going to go for it. Here he's going to go. Gets one. Only one. Lots of damage. Don't know that that exchange rate was actually worth it. But he has tagged them up so much that they really don't relish the idea of fighting into this. Molly will push Finn out, but he's actually just going to keep holding. Deeper Molly might push him further out. Wolfie's going forward. Wolfie! A little too bold. He does get punished for it. Now we should have a bomb plant potentially coming through. There's still no smokes to cover. But they're in the brawl. They're in the fight. They're right up in their guts. And it's not really going to work out. Grape gets one. Grape gets two! But Finn is there to clean it up. His teammates are running around like their hair's on fire, but the coach is here to make sure the round doesn't go astray.
Yep, Finn delivering when he has to, once to give his team the 6th round victory. And one thing that surprised me, despite the fact that, of course, Third Impact did manage to get quite a few frags, to be precise, I thought with the Tech 9 spot up, especially on a map like Vertigo, that they would go for the quick hit. But they didn't. They hung back. They waited, I think, a little too long. And Secret Club were able to capitalize once more. Now they're back on the AKs. And again, they're held back on the A ramp. Dangerous does get the opening frag, though, on a player that's Jitter trying to sneak through ladder room. No dice there. There's the man advantage that Third Impact need. Let's see if they can make something happen now.
You know, sometimes players just live up to their name. Jitter is one of those players. He's just always wanted to be pushing that flank. It's like he's got the jitters. He can't hold still. Can't hold still at all. And Dangerous is starting to figure that out. Punishes him on the ladder. Dangerous watching the flank again. Knows that Vic is here. He's going to be able to get this kill. That's a big one. Wolfie has claimed a life, but there's the trade. Caught from the side hallway. Now the numbers are being whittled down. There's still a minute 5 on the clock. They don't even have to hit this site. They can leave. They can go elsewhere. They're gonna hit this site. And Finn might be coming back in. This aggression could be ill-advised. Gets the first. There's the trade. Now it's down to 1. It's just Slight right here up by the fence. What does Slight do? A 1v3. Molly might force him out of position. They're just trying to get some audio cues off of him. He's going to come in. He'll take the first. The trade is there, though. Insane secures it. And Third Impact do find a 4th round on the board. Money is trash for most of them. Wolfie had 10K. Finn had money. Everybody else was below 2. This is a weird round now, John.
Yeah, it ends up being a weirder buy-up. They have 2 M4s, an op, and maybe 2 pistols. Like one, Finn's stuck on it. Okay, he did manage to get a deagle, but yeah, 2 deagles, 2 M4s, and an op. I mean, you can make this work no problem. Your Secret Club, especially with how Wolfie's been playing here. But he's going to get isolated. No, he doesn't. He turns on Grape and gets the headshot, even though Grape was closing in on him like a bat out of hell. 5v4, smoke going to be thrown here. Slight coming to support. Insane in the smoke, just trying to where he's being shot.
What just happened?
Yeah, he's down to 28 HP. And he has to back off. Yeah, this is insane right now.
Let's just talk about that order of operations. Now Wolfie's going to come back around to catch the players in mid. He's going to get the kill as well. Jitter's still here on stairs. The bomb's now on site. Walker's trying to come clear this, but Jitter's going to get the first kill. He knows where the second is. He's got a rifle. Oh, he's not quite going to be able to line that up. That would have been really stylish. Walker's going to be able to escape. Where does he want to go with this?
Lots of time.
Lots of time at the very least. Just to talk about that, Wolfie gets the kill out exposed on the railing. Throws a smoke. A second smoke gets thrown to give him the space to get by. He goes back into the side hallway, passes the T, who his teammate had seen, by the way, going into that smoke, and spammed. Fortunately for him, the T starts backing out because he's USP out, walking blind into that side hallway, and somehow gets away with it. They pass each other like ships in the night, and he's fine, like nothing happened. Walker, meanwhile, is coming over the mid-berm. They're both down towards B stairs. This is not the read. He's going to think that they're chasing, and they are. They clear that audio cue? No, they're not. He's actually going to get the bomb plant, so this is going to work out. 15 seconds to spare, but they're already positioning towards A, and they may not even be close enough to hear which site this is going towards. Nope, never mind. That smoke was heard. Slight's back on the way. Echolocation on. Walker expects the second player to swing off of it, but they're both coming the same direction. He can't connect the shot. Spray goes high and wild, and Slight will not make that mistake. Defuse on. 7th round found. Secret Club back in the driver's seat.
Yeah, good job. A good hold at the A ramp. Wolfie with a wicked shot to open things up, and then yeah, I mean, credit to Walker, of course, managing to get that bomb plant.
I I don't even know how you replay that.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't even know if we can. Oh, we're going. We're gonna try. What does this even show? Drake comes flying up. He spots the player, gets destroyed.
Oh my god.
I mean, what do you do? What do you do? How do you play against that? He spotted a shadow of a phantom, just a wisp of his sleep paralysis demon, and then it opped him in the face, man. That is tough. My sympathies.
They're trying again, though.
Aggression out ramp, fast play. Here we go. Great catches one. Everybody's blind. Brett walks away with the kills. Nobody could see. Some people died. They were all in blue for now. Wolfie, though.
Wolfie.
The man who has been an absolute terror. They're trying to molly him out. They're trying to make life difficult. He's still going to take another. And they're rushing up. He's trying to flick these shots. He's trying to connect. Finally, they put him down. He is unreal right now. Jitter's gotten up. Jitter's elevated, but it was a bait. It was a bait tap. It's all going to be on to Vic, and he's in a smoke that's expiring, and Dangerous finishes him off. A 5th round found for third impact, and that should be the money in the absolute dumpster for Secret Club.
I mean, if Wolfie pulled that off again, I wouldn't have had words, to be honest with you. Nice 2K, but it didn't hold them back enough. If the third frag comes through for him, then, of course, the reinforcements right behind him, it's a different story. But Third Impact are able to connect for a round victory there. They banged their head against the wall at that A ramp until something happened, and that time it worked out for them. Now they're going to jump up and look for the same thing. They're going for that quick hit. It's up against the pistols. The spam through the wall connects. Brett takes down Finn. The coach is gone. 5v4 in favor of Third Impact. Now they're going to just toss a bunch of utility over and try to get the edge against these pistols. Wolfie going up close, trying to be cheeking the smokes. It seems like it's Secret Club going through these smokes constantly with flashbangs supporting them. Wolfie does get one. Brett trades it on back. 4v3. Another flash comes through, but this time Grape will not be denied. Slight goes down. 4v2, and the pistols just not yet for Secret Club.
Jitter. Another interestingly timed push. He's going to go for it. He's going to go for it. Is anyone watching? Someone's got to be watching. They turn, but too late. He keeps holding W. Get the first kill. Maybe take a second fight. Back away. He just keeps holding W. All right, Bob's going to go down. Vic, can he do anything in a 1v3 here? Burning. They should have heard that tick. They should know he's close. Brett's eventually going to spam him. Don't even know if the feet were visible, but he does polish him off. It's all over there. Third Impact, they find a 6th. They can get towards 8. This is a solid half, and based on the economy of Secret Club, I would not be surprised in the slightest to see them do so. Okay, Secret Club's forcing back in.
Okay.
At least Jitter is. What?
That was weird.
Jitter?
Yeah, just Jitter. Just Jitter.
That's what we call a misbuy, folks.
That's going to cost them heading into the final round of play, but maybe someone will be able to support them, or maybe they'll come out with the victory here because Insane and Brett are taking so much damage against Wolfie. Wolfie gets one. Grape does get the trade, but at what cost? Insane down to 19 HP. I mean, you are only facing off against 3 USPSs and a Deagle, but who the heck knows what's going to happen here? Jitter has a flashbang. You have to imagine they're going to try and throw it and have someone charge through the smoke, which they've been doing for the entire half. They really want to go for that aggression to keep ramp control. Jitter is standing in a Molotov. He has to jump on top of the boxes briefly. For him, no one from Third Impact had pushed up the ramp yet, so he gets away with his life. Chris coming up towards the B site, lurking around, hoping that he can find something. But yeah, what's up?
I like that they're at least sending Dane out. Oh, he's going all the way to B. He's not even going mid.
No,
going all the way around B. I thought he was going to be a mid lurk because I was going to say Third Impact have hit A, hit A, hit A, hit A. What, the last 4 rounds? Something like that.
Yes.
So they've certainly trained their opponents to be expecting it, and they know they've got a little bit of time to play with. That's going to be a single. He's just trying to draw a fake. They're not really going to bite because at this point, what are they going to do? Rotate off with 3 USPs? Good luck. So they're sticking around. Slight's now spotted. Slight's dead. Maybe that draws more of a rotation. Yeah, they're shifting out of position just at the right moment. He's going to come the smokes back over. They'll be able to get back in spot. There's only 3 players here, and there's a flank coming on from B. Problem is, it's 20 seconds, so go. Go, 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 go. Oh, no, Vic's right behind. They have no idea. They could lose this round. They're going to lose this round.
Oh, they're going to lose.
No. Great saves. 4 points of health, a 4K. Grape saves their bacon. If they just didn't take their fight there, I don't know that there was time for Dangerous to get in on that flank. Playing with the clock dangerously again. But Third Impact, they get through, and at this point, that's all that matters. They just have to win the round. because we're now at the last round of the half. They're looking to take 8. They have plenty of money to reinvest, so all is forgiven.
That was so scary, though, for third impact. If Grape doesn't come out with that 3K right when he gets it, I mean, Secret Club could have just escaped and run the time down. Grape gets 1, though. Slight going to trade him out. Secret Club trying to take the edge headed into the second half. Third impact go for a nudge up this A ramp. Slight denying them twice, looking to make it a third. Here against Insane, and he does! Walker trades it out, but still a man advantage in favor of Secret Club. Walker popping a flash over the wall, comes around for a peek with that AWP, doesn't see anything, so he's just going to fire off a shot and then throw another flash. Going to come out and take another shot against these 3 players on Secret Club. Well, 2 for the time being, but you have to imagine that Vic is going to come in soon. Walker does connect through the wall to get Jitter, but he's only down to 81 HP.
Vic is the linchpin here. If they just pressure on towards site, if they manage to find Wolfie, much Jitter can do. But Vic is playing the slow flank. He's trying to come around on this. At a certain point, they've got to be aware, right? You can see Dangerous is looking for it, checking to see if someone's going to be coming through forklift. At what point do we... Oh, never mind. Here it comes. It's Jitter. Shot straight to the dome. Just popped back up on the scaffolding, and Walker was out in the open, so it all comes down to Dangerous. He needs a 1v3, and he's just been spotted out in the open. He is over, done with, done, dusted. 8 is the scoreline. Secret the lead as we head into the second half.
I've been told I'm gonna paint a new reality. It doesn't take a lot to turn a person into gold. Yeah, I've been getting good at alchemy. And you can stay inside in the dark, but without it, you never let go. And when you're done with hiding and you wanna have control, you and I can find a perfect fantasy. Stepped out looking like a small fire, half glass that filled with desire. Head down, but no, I can't deny it. Life is fun when you're a liar.
Ain't no conversation. You're my mission, my grand prize. Catch my vision, no damn pride. Girl, you max easy. I don't mind leaving, just let me know. Then she told me take it easy. Yeah, yeah. I just came here to make y'all feel good. You know what the message is. Suddenly you're with me now. You know what the message is. I be running wild, wild for you, babe. You know what the message is. I don't have no patience. Ain't no conversation. Feel good. Sometimes make you feel good. I just wanna talk, but you don't wanna listen. Tryna go far.
And we're back here with the second half between Secret Club and Third Impact. Secret Club in the lead as they look to seal the deal here and take this in the third and final map. John, one way or another, this is ending here on Vertigo. I really don't know what to make of it at this point. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I don't know what to make of it either, honestly, Mike. It is just crazy. The fact that I would say Secret Club got as many rounds as they did in that first half is a testament to their abilities here on Vertigo. Third Impact struggled on their T side. They couldn't really find the rhythm that they needed on a T-sided map. You really need to rack up as many as possible. 8-7 is very favorable for Secret Club. That said, I mean, anything can happen here in the second half, honestly. One player that has impressed me, though, is Slight. He's in his rookie season of Premier, was picked up off an advanced squad. And man, oh man, has he been good. 144 frags coming into tonight's action, plus 33 kill to death differential, 1.30 KDR, and an ADR of 81.5. He also looked good in that first half. That's why I'm pointing him out. He was very integral in a lot of those rounds and holding those sites.
Do you have a statistic for number of smokes walked through?
I don't officially, Mike, but I do believe it was at least 7 or 8.
It was a lot. It was a lot. Man, just running through smokes, sprinting through.
Oh, for just Slight? Yeah. He
just
walked through
Slight.
quite a few.
I'm talking about just Slight.
3 or 4 for sure.
We'll see. Lots of players coming up mid here. One player coming upstairs. Looks like it's going to be a retake onto B from Third Impact. Dangerous. He set up here and towards mid. They're starting to draw the rotation in, but that's going to be utility up. Smoke to cover it. Not really a lot Dane can do other than tap and pray. Tap and pray. And it is actually going to be Finn who collects Walker first of all. Presumably a gap in that smoke. Bomb's going to be planted. There's nothing they can do about this. It is a full retake setup. They've got utility. 1 smoke, 4 flashes, a kit. Well, let's see how it works out. Guess the idea is to take the initial beachhead and then just get the bomb planted, but Slight's taking the fight to them. You highlighted the man. He's putting in work. And around every corner lurks danger, so they're not really going to be able to put this utility to use. Now it's just Dangerous. He'll find a kid at the very least, so he does have time to play off of, but body shots will be enough to do him in. He's going to smoke off the bomb. He's going to get checked here. They're tapping away. He's trying to pull off of it. Flashes out, and he's just going to click and pray. Hold E, pray to whatever deity you believe in, and prepare to meet him.
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, Secret Club definitely had the edge in that one. You saw Dane, like you said, just throwing the flashbang and praying that something would happen. But unfortunately for him, there were too many angles that Secret Club were spraying from, and he could not hold that defusal. So Secret Club extend their lead to 2, and they're looking to build on that, of course, with 2 MAC-10s, a Galil, make that 2 Galils, and the AK. Third Impact is going to force up here. They've had success in the past, so why not try it? 4 Deagles in the MP9. And they're going for a stack. Is that on the A site, Mike? Yes, over that wall on the A site, looking for something in towards scaffolding. So not the typical boost, it's the scaffolding boost coming through here. And they could spot out one where Walker is playing in the sandbags. They spotted out. That's an excellent molly thrown by Secret Club. The boost is gone. Walker's still behind sandbags, is a threat, but it wouldn't surprise me if they used their last Molotov in the hands of Finn to clear out this spot. And there it goes. Molotov thrown at sandbags, but it misses. It misses. That's a big deal.
It? What?
I don't know.
I think they just reflexively smoked. No, okay, that was just a smoke front crane. I thought they just reflexively smoked the molly that was down on ramp, just because Insane was like ready to throw the smoke in towards the back of cement. But this could be a huge problem. Are they watching this? Are they looking for him to come out cement? Yeah, they are. Okay, they're aware they messed up. Someone feels very sheepish about throwing that Molotov, and they're all going to go side hallway to try and avoid the cement position regardless. But this could still be huge for Walker. He's got to play the long game. His teammates might lose their lives as a result, but he could be the critical piece here. Here's going to come around, gets a big kill. That drops the bomb. Not immediately retrievable. Only 28 seconds left on the clock as well. Time becoming majorly concerning. A flank's coming in towards Forklift. They're trying to hold him down here on towards ramp. Meanwhile, players coming to swing, but they may have bought enough clock. Dane's got to move. Dangerous has got to move, and Brett's been dropped, and Dangerous is not in position yet to do this. They're going to get the bomb planted. 10 seconds to spare. A little bit too slow. Come up the ramp. So now he's left to clutch with no one to play off of. His teammates all dead around him, and just an MP9 to do it. There's a player now behind cement. It's Wolfie who's taking up residence. That is going to make it very tough to get rid of him. And there's the spot. He's been seen. I don't know if Wolfie saw this, actually. His butt was sticking out. His booty gave him away. And again, it will, but there's a crossfire from Vic. He's lured him in. Vic gets the kill. It's a team ace for Secret Club as they find double digits.
Yeah, we said Finn wasn't standing out too much, and I think that's the first time that he did. A little bit of a blunder. The Molotov wasn't thrown correctly, and it made life really difficult for them trying to clear out that A site, in particular sandbags, where Walker managed to get a frag. And finally, Slight came around the corner to take care of business, and of course, the rest of Secret Club came to the rescue of their coach to make it 10-7. Third Impact stuck on the pistols once more with 3 P250s and 2 ESPSs. Only utility is a nade and a flash, and they have a bit of a stack going around mid. I don't know if Secret Club are going to walk into this. Probably not, since they're heading towards the B site. 4 of them, in fact. Only 1 lurk hanging around A, maybe to make a little bit of noise and draw Third Impact over there. But yeah, B is in control, and here comes Third Impact over to the A site. Wolfie's going to get 1. Grape trades it back, but this should be all Secret Club after this point, Mike.
They're chasing these down. They are chasing these down. Zero concerns for them. Ooh, dangerous. Everybody's running out of bullets. Everyone's having to reload. Eventually, Vic will come in for the cleanup. It's all on to Insane. And by all on to, I mean he can't win the round, but maybe he can kill somebody? Maybe? Probably not anymore. Just don't die to the max. And oh, nearly finds it on Vic, who is actually a high health player, but he does eventually go down. He was not long for this world, one way or another. He was hitting the dirt.
That could have been... Sorry, Mike, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say 4-round lead. Take it away.
Yeah, no, it could have been costly for Secret Club. I mean, he came close to getting a couple of them with the USPS, but could not seal the deal. And as a result, Secret Club aren't really fussed too much on this buy at all. I think they only had to buy 1 gun. The MAC-10 coming through for Slight, and then it's 4 AKs to round out the buy for Secret Club. They are going to go for some aggression up the A ramp. They sent 1 player up there, spotted some information. They saw 1 on the side of Third Impact, but everyone has settled down now, and it looks like each team is waiting for the other to make their first mistake. Insane. Watching around mid. Here comes Slight. Slight charging on through. He's gotten up towards mid, and he does go down to Grape. They have control of the A site, though, Mike.
Brett gonna catch a player as they come around the mid berm. This bomb is being planted, but the numbers, they are severely limited. Bomb goes down. Retake will be on here in just a moment. Continuing to take this utility damage. Wolfie somehow still just on the site. He's the only player with health, and he's going to take the big fight. The flashbang is good, but they managed to elude him. So only 1 kill comes through. A misthrown Molotov again for Finn. Those pesky pixels. They keep catching him off guard. And now he's dead, so he doesn't have to worry about that for a little while. He can think on his sins. It's going to be over. Defuse on round 1. Third Impact coming away with 8.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if the Molotov would have made much of a difference.
Off.
Yeah, exactly. Smoke came through, so in that case, it's okay. Secret Club do lose the round here to make it 8-11, their first round loss here in the second half. And Third Impact have to build on that on their CT side. That said, Secret Club are coming right back at them with AKs across the board. Walker, who's been pretty quiet here, I would say, tonight, hasn't made too much noise, except for maybe on Inferno CT side. Anyway, and Zane's going to get 1 on Wolfie. Then Grape the 2K. They line up for him. Slight and Jitter go down. Can't get the third on Vic, but Dangerous will take care of business there. And a 3v1 very quickly into this round with 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Finn, the last one standing here, is going to try to get into the B side, and Brett is backing off. Maybe a misread here.
I mean, they got bomb.
Oh, yes, of course. I thought Finn had the bomb on his back for some reason. So, yeah, they have the bomb. Finn can't do much.
No one's really watching bomb, though.
Yeah.
They're playing off of it. They're trying to play the timing as he tries to come around and towards the site. Yeah, okay, it's Brett who's holding so that he can't come over the mid-berm, and he's going to catch that kill. Nicely done. There's maybe a whisper of a chance for him to get back in, but that's not happening. Third Impact to close the gap further. It's just down to 2. And at this point, it's probably going to have to be an eco for Secret Club, though we have seen some questionable economic choices from them before. Looks like they're going to get a bit of a nade stack. Couple HEs purchased up. We'll see what they do with it.
Yeah. Pistols only here for Secret Club. And I think they're going to go for a quick hit towards B. That's the case. Brett is going to take down their first player, Vic. Molotov comes in. Nade's going to be juicy. Yeah, it digs Jitter down to 42. Finn down to 79. And Secret Club are, now they're getting sprayed down through the wall. Finn goes down to 30. And this is just very tough for Secret Club to do much of anything with a limited buy-up and no utility remaining at all. Even getting a bomb plant will be very, very difficult in this situation. Brett is watching the stairs. He sprays down Jitter. Everyone just walking into his crosshairs at this point.
Not expecting much here for Secret Club at this particular juncture. Finn's at least finding a deagle to toss over, but They really got nothing going their way. No armor, no smoke, no flashes. They are naked on the stairs. Cold metal stairs. Naked. It's not comfortable, man. Cold metal against bare feet. Never a good time. Even worse if it's hot metal. So I don't know what the climate's like right now. The sun's been beating down on it. Burning the soles of their feet. Wolfie, though, he doesn't care what's burning. He wants to start the fire. Great. Trying to clear this up. There's only been one casualty, and they will keep it to one casualty as Third Impact do find another round.
Yeah, not much. Excuse me, not too much to analyze there. Pretty straightforward round in favor of Third Impact, getting their 10th, and they're one round away from tying things up. This is a critical one too, because if Secret Club lose it, then Third Impact really gain quite a bit of momentum on their side. Not to mention their economy will be sitting pretty for their CT side. It's like Walker's thinking about going aggressive up this A ramp, and why not? Wants to get a quick pick, spot someone out. Flashbang's going to blind Slight, but Jitter is playing the boost here right over the tip of the smoke. Bit of a one-way.
Look at how light their presence is towards A, in contrast to what Secret Club was running on their own half. This is an A take. This is a retake. It's actually absolutely a retake. They're not even going to contest at all. The closest player is Walker, who's way back around, just going to see if someone comes looking in towards mid, and then he'll punish. Here it goes. He might get the punish, and indeed he will. So nicely done for Walker. But they are going to have to concede the bomb plant. It's just by virtue of their setup. They'll have the advantage coming back into the retake. And they're actually going to go very straightforward with it. They don't bother with a flank. Dangerous is waiting to see if there's a lurk for a moment. They're just going to go all 5 straight onto sight. No fuss. No muss. Vic is waiting with the smoke to cover off Wolfie. Shoot a Molotov to come in to punish. There's the Molotov going to be thrown if they have it, and they do smoke it off immediately. Interestingly, the Mollies actually surround him, so he can't really get away, and they're just moving forward. Third Impact might just hop on this bomb and try and go for the defuse, the cheeky defuse. It's an exchange out towards ramp, but they're losing the numbers. Now they've lost the opportunity. It's going to be down to Dane, and he's running out of time. Clock ticking down. He will have to die here. Gets the kill, but it doesn't much matter. The bomb will go off, and the round is won for Secret Club.
I mean, at least Dane making it expensive for Secret Club.
So
you have
expensive.
4 players below the 4K mark, so utility is going to be a problem heading into this round. But yeah, at one point in that round, Third Impact just looked completely lost and didn't know where to go on the bomb site. They were all just running around in circles, and Secret Club took advantage of that chaos and came around on the flank to get a couple of frags. So 12-10, Secret Club, here they go. Third Impact is going to have the op in Walker's hands. He again goes for that quick pick. Doesn't connect on anything, but in the meantime, Dangerous and Wolfie trade frags to make it a 4v4. Secret Club
Boost.
on the receiving end of a lot of damage, though, and yeah.
Oh, it does work.
It might,
kind
yeah.
of. You can see back. If somebody's down by the sandbags, I don't think you'd be able to see them, but Slight can peer over. Now he's looking at the sandbags play. Hey, that's a new one to me. I don't know that I've really seen players try it. Presumably, you're super exposed. If someone realizes our nades come down, you get destroyed. Insane just gets caught in the open, though. And that is very problematic. He was standing in no man's land. No support, no cover, no nothing. He gets caught, presumably, I want to say, in transition. The smoke's going to start to cover off these angles. The op of Walker. Really their next best chance of getting something going here. A fall off. The scaffold, and on they come. Gives up the angle, expecting the flank at just the wrong moment, because now Wolfie, well, he's doing away with his teammates, and he's lost his own life as well. Wolfie clearing through. Bomb going to go down.
What a nade.
It's all left to Brett. And the nade, yeah, exactly, catches him, so he's not even got the health to fight for this. An MP9, to say the least. And they're fully invested in, so there is no good scenario for him. He's now been spotted. He's now been tagged further. He's just going to back the heck off, because what do you do here? They'll try and get the op of Walker, but that's forbidden fruit. That's been lost. You're not getting that back, bud. What he's probably doing is dying. Could have maybe gotten some kills there. $600 kill reward would have been nice. But instead, he splits the damage between 2 players, and down he will go. This is a 2-horse race. 1 to either side. Grapes on 26 kills, but Wolfie's on 28, John.
Yeah, Wolfie is just dominating over the last 2 maps. Grape slowed down on Nuke, but he's picked up the pace. Well, not really. I mean, he still did pretty well, but he's really...
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought for a second. All right. Grape and Wolfie are two of three players who are actually positive on the server. The only other one is Dangerous at 17 and 14. Everybody else is below a positive KD. Sorry, that just stood out as a crazy number in my head.
That is crazy, honestly, the fact that only 3 players above a KDR of 1. But yeah, one thing I don't like from Third Impact right now, as Insane is going to get naded down to 22, is on their gun rounds, they play A way too passively. They're letting Secret Club get so much space, and there's very little aggression. Now they're being aggressive, but they only have USPSs, and as a result, they get completely farmed. Finn with 2, Jitter with 2 as well. In fact, Finn with a 3K on the anti-eco, and Secret Club easily take a 14th round victory.
Here's my thing. I don't mind if you want to play retake on A if you work flanks. That's the power of Vertigo. You can work a flank down ladder. You can work a flank down B stairs. We saw Jitter do it time and time again when the house were reversed. The problem is they're playing passive on A, and then they're going for a very vanilla, straightforward retake where they've got no flank. They've got no second agenda. They're just throwing the smokes. They're throwing the mollies, and they're trying to battle back at ramp. And that is a losing formula. You've got equal numbers, and you're coming into that site. I favor the T's 9 out of 10 times. It's just not a great system. Dangerous gets one, but it gets traded out elsewhere immediately, and now Vic follows it up with a second kill in towards mid. He is bringing the pressure. He's bringing the hurt, but some of the hurt's coming back to meet him. 3 on 3 now. Not much utility available for Third Impact. They don't have kits either. So this is going to get very dangerous if it comes down to the wire here, John.
Indeed it will. Slight. Gonna pop a flashbang into the A set. Another one thrown by Finn, and they've got control of it at this point. Third Impact playing for the retake. As the bomb's gonna get planted here. Brett waiting around the corner with a walker. Thinking about poking in. Man, what does Third Impact do in the situation? Again, they have no flank, Mike, so they're stuck trying to come in here head on against Secret Club, and they've already kind of entrenched themselves on this A site. Molly comes in towards Sandbags, and Brett will manage to get one on Slight. That's a big frag. They still have Jitter along with Finn to deal with. Finn drops Brett. Then he gets a second on Dane. Is Walker going to get the defusal, though, in the smoke? He's going for it. Can he get it? Full 10 seconds, but no! Jitter, the headshot on Walker will end that. And it's 15-10 in favor of Secret Club. That was a ballsy play, but it just didn't pan out.
They had to do it. They had to do it because they didn't have anything else in their playbook, right? You don't have the positioning. You don't really have the utility for a sustained duel there. You don't have the kit. You got to get on the bomb. You just have to stick it. You had a kit. They win the round. Unfortunate for Third Impact, but that is the way it goes. It's map point found. Now it's just Deagles and MP9s to try and hold them off of this series win. This would likely dash Third Impact's hopes of playoffs, but great. He wants to keep them in hand, and he is going to make it happen for the team. 2 huge Deagle kills, nets them 2 AKs as well. These guns can be retrieved, and that is a massive arsenal reinforcement for the squad. Now they're coming on towards B, but there's still a player here by the catwalk. Dangerous, I don't think he's been spotted. He has given them the slip, and he's going to get a kill as a result. That drops the bomb. Yes, he'll be traded, but now it's all onto Jitter, and Jitter gets overwhelmed.
Oh, wow.
There we go. They needed a star play, and Grape delivered.
Grape taking the frag lead now away from Wolfie. 29 on the board. Man, has he been something else tonight or what? Same for Wolfie. But Secret Club still have 4 chances to close this one out, and I have to say that they have definitely had the edge so far in this half. Wolfie going to pop a few pieces of utility in towards the B site. That's at the B stairs, a flash and a smoke. Grape's waiting on the other side of the smoke. He could do a lot of damage, and he does. Again, Jitter going down, but traded out by Slight. Then Vic comes through to take down Insane. Man advantage gained by Secret Club and a lot of space on the A site. As mentioned, Third Impact played very passively, so now they're going to have to come in against the flow of play to try and make something happen. Slight sprays down Brett. 4v2 now. Dangerous looking for something, and he pops the head of Vic. Nice shot from the M4A4 to make it a 2v3 and viable again for Third Impact.
Nice clear. Spots the second as well, getting towards the side hallway, but now it's going to need to be a clutch from Walker. He's got the kit this time, but he doesn't have the smoke, and he knows where the player is. No molly, no smoke. This is not impossible. They'll peek together. He gets the first, tries to transfer, predicting the left side of the cement, but Wolfie comes out the right. And that's going to be the game, folks. A huge play. And it is Secret Club playing with their coach to take this series. I mean, mind-blowing here. We're going to be breaking down what we just saw when we come back from this break.
All right, well, that's going to be the end of the series. We did have some pretty massive post plants and clutches and things to come in there. There was a break, technically, couple 3 or 4 seconds. You didn't say how long it was going to be there, Mike. So I'm feeling pretty refreshed, pretty rejuvenated. I had my feet kicked up. I was eating some popcorn. We got some pre-packaged popcorn here because that game was just damn entertaining, and I was pretty impressed there with Secret Club being able to push it over the line, even though they had some difficulties. They lost, one of their more sort of firepower-heavy players there, JRT, but still really big performance, being able to reverse sweep there and pick up the series. That's really impressive stuff. And I would say it was not only just Wolfie being the engine that drove the team, sort of filling in the shoes of Wrath there, moving from a caller to a bit of a fragging role, but also just the whole team perspective. It seemed pretty good. And one storyline that I thought was pretty cool as we headed into Vertigo there was you had Great popping off first map, you had Wolfie popping up second map, and then we had both of them popping off in that third map. So that was pretty entertaining to watch, right?
Oh, absolutely. Grape and Wolfie were putting on a show for their respective teams all night long. But at the end of the day, it's really Wolfie that was the star for his squad to power them through both Nuke and Vertigo. He just kicked it up a gear when they got to those maps. And credit to Finn. I mean, he was in 3 or 4 situations on Vertigo where he had to be the star player, and he delivered every single time. So I love to see it. He made a couple of mistakes, and we saw him maybe getting a little fatigued there as we got onto map number 3, but it still did not make a difference in the results. Secret Club coming out with the victory, and yeah, this was well deserved for them, and it's promising. I mean, it gives them obviously an option if Wrath is not available, but I think ideally they want Wrath in the lineup and they don't want to play with the coach. I'm wondering actually if Finn was calling or if it was Wolfie this time, because it looked like Wolfie just focused on fragging the heck out.
Yeah, it would be even more impressive if it was still on those calling duties. And we might be able to answer one of those questions a little bit later on. But Mike, what was your favorite moment from that series there? What did you really find the most entertaining out of, particularly the last 2 maps? Because I feel like we talked a lot about Inferno, but a little bit less time to go through Nuke and then over there into Vertigo and what we saw in a reverse sweep. And I would say in 2 sort of similar fashions. Both games were reasonably back and forth, but Secret Club just had a little bit more in the tank.
I think my favorite moment was one that typifies the difference between these 2 teams. It was the moment that Slate did a YOLO yeet straight through the smoke by the crane with the bomb down, just knew he had to clear out a few players, runs at them, kills 2 as he comes out smoke as they try and guess or try and adjust to what he's just done, because who would do such a thing? And that to me just spelled the difference between these 2 squads in this matchup. You had Third Impact running very measured, very calm, very patient, almost no aggression, which on Vertigo is frankly unusual. Super passive, playing retakes, playing measured, not going for flanks. And then you had Secret Club throwing everything at them, going on the flanks, Jitter pushing stairs every round on their CT side, going aggressive, jumping through smokes, getting wild with it, pushing through side hall, pushing back through side hall. Everything was on the table, and they just kept Third Impact guessing. And it's really tough to stop them. At the end of the day, they made it a firepower fight, and Secret Club came up with more firepower.
So JRT, I know you love to sort of break down the map stats a lot of the time and have a think about how the maps sort of play out. I'm looking at the couple of maps that you got between Secret Club and Third Impact here. I'm looking at the fact that it was Inferno, Nuke, and Vertigo. Do you think that's a bit of a miss, Vito, coming in with the reverse sweep there? Like, even with the coach in there, I kind of felt like Secret Club was reasonably comfortable sort of plugging and playing, and they seemed quite happy to just play the map how they usually would. And the stats that they had, even, not playing with the coach, but previously playing with their proper roster, were pretty convincing as well, right?
Yeah, they really were. I think this is more of a problem for Third Impact than it is a good thing for Secret Club. Well, the Secret Club does have a very deep map pool. Third Impact struggled to have that deep map pool, right? I mean, it's been exposed in several of their BO3s, and I kind of mentioned it with the fact that they could not close out their third maps in 2 different series already. Now make that a third. They just need to find a way to get a third map that's strong, because right now it's not looking good once it gets deep into those BO3s, which is why I mentioned earlier, this had to end in 2 maps for them, because if it didn't, it would have spelled trouble, and it absolutely did. Secret Club played a pretty aggressive style, like Mike was saying, and I got to give them full credit for that. They really did a good job. I don't think there's a better Veto. for third impact here. This one probably is the best case scenario for them. They just couldn't pull it off.
All right. Well, I can't remember whether it was JLT or Mike, but you guys were talking about Slight being a bit of a rookie here in Premier, and he's gotten himself a
Yes.
pretty big win here today. So we're going to have a chat to the man about that series and also just about the broad context of how the group is going. So how are you doing, Slight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. You guys put on a pretty good show for us. We got a nice 3 maps and a lot of exciting moments, so that was pretty good. I just wanted to ask you, how you doing in your first season of Premier? You getting? I think it's your first season of Premier. I don't want to get that incorrect,
It
but
is.
how you doing there? And are you gathering yourself a lot of experience? Are you having fun? How are you feeling like the boys are doing in terms of the season overall?
Well, definitely a big learning curve for me because I was given a huge chance with this team. Just kind of prove myself. I knew Wolfie, and he gave me a spot on his team to show my abilities, and it is a really big learning curve because before I was an opper and I got put in the role as a rifler, and now I'm doing my best, putting in the hours and improving, and that's what we're doing as a team.
It seems to be working pretty well for you. I'll throw it to JRT and Mike for some questions as well now, though.
You could have fooled me, honestly. You were looking great with that rifle here tonight, especially pushing through those smokes. I mean, it must be nice having those teammates set you up for the flashbangs as you went through the smoke each time. I think it was Dane doing that in that one round where you just charged on through. It was quite impressive in itself. My question actually for you here is who was calling the shots for you tonight? Was it actually Wolfie as usual, or did your coach Finn come through for that?
It was a mixture of both, but mainly Wolfie. Finn had some ideas. He
Wow.
threw them out
Yeah.
there. He was a leader in his past in CS before he hung up the mouse and went to Valorant. But that's how it wants to be as a team, like where everyone's throwing out ideas. We're just not playing too structured, playing kind of loose, and that's how it was, and that's how like we play our best CS.
Now, I've got a couple questions for you. My first one is just what happened to Wrath? Why wasn't he in the server tonight?
He just had some difficulties. He's on vacation, had difficulties getting on a computer. Hopefully we'll see him back for the remaining matches this week. So yeah, that's really all I'm gonna say about that.
Okay, gotcha. Now you do have a lot of matches. You guys just haven't played that many in the season so far, so you've got to run, but you've got a chance at the playoffs. How are you feeling about it? Your primary competition shaping up to probably be RBG. Recon 5, you could theoretically push for it as well, but you're probably looking at that 4th seed. How are you feeling about the team's chances to make it?
Definitely not a tough road to premiere for playoffs for us. Some uphill matches ahead of us, but definitely have a very good chance of making it. We've had some good results against High Coast and Triumph before. Looking to keep up that same success for Rebirth. It was kind of a toss-up match for us. Just gonna be who really shows up on the server that day.
All right, well, grats on the win there, and hopefully you guys do well in your upcoming matches, and we'll see you in the playoffs.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good little interview there. A lot of question marks that we had, so it's always good to get a little bit of insight into some of the teams, particularly the ones that I don't know as well. Maybe you guys have a little bit more insight and have followed along with their careers a little bit more there. But a pretty good match, and at least it's not one of these dead rubber matches like we were looking at one of the games earlier in Europe where it was a team right up at the top of the group, Sprout, that they didn't even necessarily have to win their match. They went ahead and did it anyway, but especially when we get towards the end of these round robin groups, I actually really like looking at those make or break matches in terms of teams that are really contesting for playoffs. So that always makes me pretty happy. And like the man said, JRT there, those guys potentially could be making their way through into the playoffs. So look, let's take a look at the schedule. We can have a little bit of a look at first the schedule and then the standings. We can sort of analyze how some of these results have gone down, and I'll let you sort of break that down, JRT, and then get a much better idea of who's potentially going to be making it into the playoffs and who might miss out.
Yeah, so I mean, as mentioned, GGPR Eclipse didn't really matter too much, but they're going to win that one 2-0. Secret Club, of course, we just talked about that. Why am I even talking about it, guys? Yeah, Rebirth is the one I wanted to mention. 2-0 in their favor, so they are going to be a little threatening, moving up in the standings. That will be interesting for Secret Club, and then High Coast winning 2-0 against Recon 5. That one's actually going to help out Secret Club as well. So we'll see how it goes. And looking here, the commission, oh, wow, they got a map against Tramp. That's pretty impressive, but Tramp will take that one 2-1, and Rise Esports 2-1 against Watch This. Is that Watch This's first map this season?
That is their first
very
map
well
win, I
might be.
believe.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, Rise seeding the first map to Watch This, but of course still coming out with the victory. But yeah, the playoff picture is very interesting indeed. I will have to check out the standings. I hope we get to do that before all is said and done here.
I mean, I was looking at that Commission Triumph game, and I'm looking at Commission taking the first map, and I'm wondering what the hell's going on here. Maybe a good little bit of an anti-strat there. Either way, though, Triumph's still up the top of their group, as you'll see with the standings here, up 6-1.
Yeah.
And Mike, you know, we had a look earlier on in the day. Obviously, there's a lot of numbers. Numbers always hurt my brain, particularly if I'm looking at them on stream. But anything that sort of jumps out there to you compared to earlier, now that we've seen some of these results elapse and we're getting really towards the pointy end of the season here?
Yeah, I think the big one is that the GGPR Eclipse game, that game apparently decided which team was going to be in relegation and which team was going to be safe for next season. GGPR win it, so they're safe for next season. They're confirmed in. Eclipse is going to have to battle through the relegation tournament to try and keep their spot here in the Premier League. So that was the most significant one, I would say. And then, I mean, look, the tail of the middle of Group B is pretty obvious there. We've got 3 4-2 teams. Only one of them can make it through into playoffs. Maybe 2 of them, if one of them jumps RBG, it's going to be chaotic. Those 4 teams from 3rd spot to 6th spot, any of them could realistically be in playoffs, and we really aren't going to have any idea until later this week. So this group very much up in the air.
Yeah, I would agree with you. And even like seeing, some of the results for like Rise up against one of the other teams that they played, where they're dropping a map to Watch This, the first map of that season. Those are the kind of games where obviously they've already played out all those games. So that's kind of a foregone conclusion at that point. But, you know, dropping an extra map here or there in a round robin format, that's extra round differential. And that can be a contributing factor to whether you go through or not. So, you know, that's more so decided in Group A. But what I'm getting at is, you know, you look over at Group B here, some of these teams that get the 2-0s rather than the 2-1s and have closer affairs could make a difference. Some of those head-to-heads as well could make a pretty big difference. And when you look at how close on paper some of these teams are in the middle of the pack, and depending on how they show up on the day in terms of their individual form, it could really go either which way. So it's always a bit of a question mark for me. I don't know if you would have the same conclusion there, JRT.
Yeah, this is going to be really, really interesting when it comes down to it. Curious to see who's going to come out on top. The head-to-heads will be a factor, and that could come into play because Secret Club and Recon 5, they played against each other, and Secret Club lost that one. So if Recon 5 ends up being tied in terms of record with Secret Club, then that could spell the end of their playoff host. But it all depends on their records at the end of the season. I'm really curious to see how this one's going to play out. All 3 teams, Secret Club, Recon 5, and Rebirth, are very strong. Yes, Mike.
I have an interesting thought. So Oceanus right now is in the 4th seed in Group A.
Yep.
If they win their last match, they're confirmed into that 4th seed, and it is against SKDC, so that should be an easier game. But if they were to drop it, head-to-heads get a little weird here, because they have the head-to-head over GGPR, but they do not over Rise Esports. And I believe GGPR beat Rise Esports, so GGPR has the head-to-head. So I think it's going to come down to map wins, round differential. I'm not sure how that gets settled in a 3-way tie. It's going to get funky, though, folks.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it always is towards the end of the season of a big round-robin format like this. If you want to learn more about the format, as well as the remaining games left in the season, which are really going to determine how some of these playoff contenders do go through, some of the relegation games, all of the info that you do need is in esl.gg/ECA Premier. Just go to that link. Lots of juicy info for you there. So I wanted to throw it to you, Mike. I know that, we've been talking about some of these spicy matches right towards the end of the season, and I know you guys are going to be back on the grind tomorrow. So do you remember which game that you are covering, and, have you got the deets for us?
Fortunately, you gave me enough runway that I could pull it up. It's going to be Mythic versus Extra Salt. I don't know that this is going to make too much of a difference, although I suppose it would actually flop Mythic into the 2nd seed if they did win it. against Extra Salt. So that could be quite interesting. It's also both teams' last game of the regular season before we get into playoffs. Either way, pride's on the line, ranking points are on the line. They're going to be going hard. We're going to see sparks flying between these two squads, and Extra Salt have been phenomenal in North America over the last few months. So this should be an exciting matchup, and it's going to be a really fun one to end our regular season run here on the Premier shows.
I mean, you guys get to watch a great match of CS, but at the same time, I'm sure that you'll be keeping an eye on some of the other results and sort of informing all the viewers as we go along the way in my absence. However, that will be all for the NA portion of ESEA Premier for today. I can't wait to get into the playoffs, but until then, we will have to bid you